Let us see in this video another top 10 worst plagues in history. Number 10, Moscow plague and riot happened in 1771. The Moscow plague progressed from its initial appearance to full-blown epidemic between late 1770 and the spring of 1771. Although city authorities took the usual steps of epidemic control, such as forced quarantines and confiscations, destruction of contaminated property, the city's population reacted with uncontrolled anger, fear, and paranoia. Number 9, Great Plague of Marshalless happened in 1722. The Great Plague of Marshalless arrived in 1720 and became one of the most significant outbreaks of bubonic plague in the 18th century. It spread throughout the city and the surrounding provinces, killing 100,000. It was nearly controlled through legislation. The Act of Parliament of AX made it punishable by death for anyone to cross between marshals and province. Number 8, Antonine Plague in 165 to 180 AD. The Antonine Plague of the Roman Empire was also called the Plague of Galen. It was likely smallpox or measles and was probably brought back by returning Roman soldiers from Near East campaigns. The Antonine Plague was so named because it claimed the lives of two Roman emperors with the family name of Antonine. Number 7, Plague of Athens, 430 to 427 BC. The Plague of Athens struck disastrously when the Athenians under Pericles were in the second year of the Peloponnesian War against the Spartans. The full sweep of the plague was felt throughout the eastern Mediterranean, including Sparta, but was particularly devastating inside the walls of the Athens, probably entering through the Athens port of Piraeus. Number 6, the Great Plague of Milan, 1629 to 1631. The Italian plague or the Great Plague of Milan was actually a small series of bubonic plague outbreaks in northern Italy, covering 2 years and costing 280,000 lives. The highest death tolls were in Lombardy and Venice. Although Milan lost almost half of its 130,000 population, the disease was brought initially to Mantua by German and French troops as part of the 30 Years' War and then spread rapidly into the Venetian troops who retreated into northern and central Italy and took to the disease with them. Number 5, American plagues, 16th century. Since indigenous people of North and South America remained isolated from Europe, Asia, and Africa for tens of thousands of years, they had no natural immunities to many common European diseases. Although many of these diseases were minor inconveniences, some of them were devastating, especially measles and smallpox. Number 4, the Great Plague of London happened in 1665 1666. The Great Plague of London killed anywhere between 75,000 to 1 lakh people, which was fully 1/5 of the total London population of the time. Number 3, Plague of Justinian, 541 to 542. The Plague of Justinian was named after the Byzantine ruler at the time of the initial outbreak, Emperor Justinian I, and it was enormous in scope. The plague, most probably bubonic plague, infected the capital of Constantinople and stretched throughout the South Asia, North Africa, Arabia, and Europe. Number 2, the third pandemic, 1855 to 1950s. Third pandemic began in the Yunnan province of China in 1855 and was considered active by the World Health Organization until 1959, when its deaths finally dropped below 200 per year. Number 1, the Black Death happened in 1347 to 1351. The Black Death or Black Plague and the bubonic plague are all names for the same deadly pandemic that claimed approximately 75 million people worldwide, including 25 to 30 million in Europe alone. It is believed to be caused by the bacterium uh, Yersinia pestis and spread to the humans throughout the fleas of infected ground rodents. Although the origins of the plague are disputed, it no doubt leaped into Europe from Crimea in the 1340s. So these are the top 10 worst plagues in history of the world.